Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. I am just checking to see if this is working. No, I am just on at the hour, but if you are here, um, please, please say hi. Let me know that you've joined the party. Party, the live. I just very conscious that there was something just flashed up about this being a live party, or a star party. I'm not too sure that that's exactly right, but here we are. Welcome, everybody. And today is talking about truth and how you can be authentic with yourself and with others. So, my name is Terry Bowen. For those of you that haven't met me before, welcome. I know that there's some new people that have joined us recently on the page. So, I want to say hi and let you know that my aim. Hi, Lorraine. Good evening. Okay, good. I know that someone's there. I'm not just talking to myself, which, happens anyway. Lovely, lovely to see you. So, today I wanted to talk about truth and how it is that you can be authentic with yourself, as well as with others. Um, Hopefully, this is working okay. Facebook keeps telling me that things are a little bit too low, so maybe I need to raise the energy up a little bit. I don't know. But who am I? I am a coach. I've been studying soul coaching. I'm a master practitioner and trainer. I'm also an oracle card reader, certified also as a master there. A couple of masters there. And I'm also love to help people to live a life that they love. My main thing is helping people to find clarity because I know that often it's too hard. There's so much going on that we don't really know what the clarity is. And it's when they have that clarity that you can then have the courage to make the changes that you want. And that's very much my ethos. It's the way that I like to think about things. And whenever I'm approaching something, it's those three things. So truth, and how can you be authentic with yourself and with others? And truth, I think, is an interesting one. And there's a difference between opinion and truth, which I think is a whole different subject. But the truth is more, and the way that I want to talk about truth is more about the truth that we tell ourselves, because the truth that we can tell ourselves can be very different to what it is that we say outside. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you're having a really bad day and then you meet someone and then maybe not a close friend, there may be some an acquaintance, we tend to just say, "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks," when we get asked, "How are you?" That kind of automatic response is just, "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" And you begin a conversation. Maybe when we meet someone that or see someone that we know a little bit better, that we're a little more open to, we may say a little bit more, just like, "Well, I'm having one of those days, but I'm all right. How are you?" And the difference there is obviously that there's different people that we open up to. But the most important person that we should be truthful with is ourselves. Now, if you're someone that's always saying, "Yeah, I'm okay, thanks, I'm okay, thanks," but really and truly deep inside you're not, what do you say to yourself? How is it that you position that truthful feeling? How is it that you position that to yourself? And you know, what do you say? What do you think? Do you get caught up in that little bubble of, "Yeah, everything's fine, really," even though, and I'm going to totally make this up, um, your job's really going badly, stuff isn't happening great at home, you're really actually just, struggling to get through day to day. But if you're telling yourself, you're having those moments where you're telling yourself, "Actually, but, despite all that, everything's okay," there becomes a disconnect with you and who it is that you truly are. And one of my favorite phrases, and it comes from my favorite teacher and mentor, and friend Denise Lynn, is that the soul loves the truth. And when we tell the truth to ourselves, it means that we are actually then giving ourselves the opportunity to decide what it is that we do next, where it is that we go next with that. And what do I mean by that? I mean that when we say, right, actually, these are all the things that are not working in the way that I'd like them to in my life. I'm a big fan of writing things out. I love a list. And I love to write down all the things that are going on in my life at times because it gives me that clarity to say, okay, this is where I am right now. So that when I have that clarity, when I have those moments and I can see this is where life is, it gives me the opportunity to then say, okay, so right now, and I'll talk about maybe career. Career isn't going the way that I wanted it to. So, but what do I want to do? And that's a really important question. There are many times when we just kind of like go with the why. Why is this not working? Why is that not working? Why is this not happening? Why am I not getting the jobs that I want or the promotion that I want? Why am I not being paid what I want? And those why questions are really great, but your mind will start to make up kind of answers to it. It will give you that response. For me, it's just like, well, why don't they pay me as much as everyone else? Well, I have a story where I was in a company and I started at the bottom, so therefore I was never going to get any higher than where I am now. Right, okay. That doesn't really do me many favors. That just gives me a reason as to why something is that way. When we shift that question into a what question, when we say to ourselves, okay, so what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to do in my career? How or what do I need to do to get paid more? We begin to open up answers that give us that opportunity to really be in alignment with who it is that we are. We get to answer questions or ask ourselves questions and come up with ideas that enable us to really step into our own power. If we're always in that place of blame and hiding away from what the truth is, we're never really going to get anywhere. So, my encouragement to you is to take time. If you're someone that's saying that you're fine to everything, everything's great, everything's okay, everything's going as it should do, but inside that things aren't exactly the same, there's going to be that disalignment between you and yourself. So let's close that gap. Let's start being more authentic with ourselves. Take some time to write down your thoughts, your feelings. Now, my favorite type of journaling, my favorite type of book, I have to just make sure I've got nothing written there, is one of these books. Wire bound, A4 size, kind of letter size, I think, in the US, nice big lines. And whenever I'm feeling at that point where it's just like, I'm not sure, I'm not feeling fine, I'm not feeling great, I don't know exactly what's going on, I start to write down what is that's happening right now, where is it that I am, what's going on in my life. And then taking those items and then just saying, okay, so what do I want to do about it? Instead of going down the rabbit hole of why me and poor me and I do that a lot. Shift it around to just saying to yourself, what is it that I want to do here? What is it that I want to get out of this? What is it that I want to change? What can I do to make this change? And as you then take back your power, because too often we give away our powers to the situations that we're in. As you take back control, as you take back power and make decisions for yourself as to how you want things to be, you start to get into that authentic place. So the next time that you see one of those acquaintances where you're saying just like, oh, excuse me, where you're just saying like, oh yeah, I'm fine, everything's okay. You can actually just turn it around and just say, do you know what? I'm having one of those days where it's, things aren't that so great, but I'm working through it. And there's a level of truth there. There's a level of a change because you're not wanting to obviously burden everybody that you see with things that are going on, but you aren't denying yourself as to where it is that you are. You're just saying, actually, things aren't so great at the moment, but I'm working through it. And that additional part there gives you that opportunity to be more authentic with who you are, what it is that you're doing, but then also authentic with those people around you. Because you're not thinking, well, will I slip up if I say that something's not so great? Will I let people, will people find out what the truth is? Being truthful with yourself in the first instance gives you the opportunity to then move forward and be really truthful with others that are around you, and not just a truthful this is my opinion, which can sometimes be what you think of people as opposed to what the truth is, but it's more about truthfulness from your side. What is it that's going on in your life, and what is happening for you? So I hope that's been helpful for you. I'd love to hear what you make of it in the comments. If you give me a little like or send me a little love, that would be great. Um, if you have any questions about this, then please don't hesitate to just tag me in the message, and I'm more than happy to answer them. But as I say, um, my I haven't got my glasses on, so I can see someone else. I think welcome from Mexico. Hola, buen bienvenido. Um, so let me know what you think of the live and how truth is showing up in your life, and what it is that you can do to be more authentic with yourself. So as I say, my name is Terry Bowen. I am your soul coaching practitioner, master practitioner and trainer, and I'm here to help you live a life that you love. Looking forward to hearing how you get on, and thank you very much for being with me this evening, today, wherever time it is for you. All right, thanks very much. Take care. Bye bye.